Previously on Live from Mount Olympus.
I have things I need to tell you, and you're not gonna like them.
Okay.
I did something. I led the shade to Nemosity and helped her drink.
I've been doing the same things down here for all eternity. I never imagined I could do anything differently.
Hades, if we could help the shades...
We? You just said we for the first time.
I, Zeus, King of the gods, request that you let things grow.
It's up to him to find a way forward.
You have found your voice, Demeter. The voice you need to stand up to the King of the gods.
For humanity's sake, I hope Zeus understands that he needs to change this time.
Talking about money can be so hard, especially when the person you're talking to is still learning how to do long division. That's why Million Bazillion, a Webby-winning podcast from Marketplace, is here to help. I'm Bridget, and with my fellow co-host Ryan, we help teach your little ones about complex topics like bankruptcy, climate change, and why there's so much gold at Fort Knox, and so much more. Listen to Million Bazillion wherever you get your podcasts.
Live from Mount Olympus is produced by the Onassis Foundation and is a proud member of Tracks from PRX.
Father, do something.
Soldiers are dropping their swords on the battlefield to scavenge for whatever they can find. They're starving.
No one has the energy to sing or dance anymore?
Cupid shoots his arrows, but mortals are too hungry to fall in love.
It's not just people. All of the animals are suffering. No creatures are being born. The woods are so quiet.
Do you have a backup plan, Father? Because this can't go on. The world is dying.
I hear you all and share your concern. I have sent Iris to speak with Demeter, and the seeds should begin to grow any minute now. Any minute. Before you can say...
Defeat?
See? Here's Iris now to announce...
Defeat.
Defeat? What are you talking about? Where is Demeter?
Still grieving in a temple. She sent a message. Would you like to hear it?
Would I like to hear it? How fast can she return Earth back to the way it was?
Zeus, you know there is never a way to return to what was.
What did she say?
Nothing can change. Nothing can grow. Not until my daughter comes back to me.
How dare she disobey me?
Oh, you've met your match, Zeus. You can't force Demeter to do anything. You have already taken what's most precious to her. You have no leverage.
Well, you tell Demeter that I...
Oh, no. I'm done being in the middle of all this. No one will ever sway Demeter. Not even silver-tongued Hermes could.
That's an excellent idea. Hermes!
Hello, Father. And lovely to see you as always, Iris.
You too, Hermes. I was just telling Zeus that nothing any god can say will make...
Hermes, go speak to Demeter at once.
Father, Demeter isn't able to hear Iris or me, or anyone for that matter.
Have you tried speaking very loudly?
She can only hear the sound of a grief.
And it's louder than any storm.
The mortals on Earth are suffering, Zeus.
And the gods on Olympus.
I know. How can I fix this without causing more chaos?
Daddy, that's on you.
I have an idea. It's risky, but it could save us all. We shall bring Persephone back from the underworld.
Doubtful that Hades will agree. But it is the only thing that will change Demeter's heart.
Hermes, can you convince Hades to let Persephone go? His pride may get in the way. Perhaps this is too big a challenge for you.
I can sell water to Poseidon.
We're all depending on those powers of persuasion, son. Go to the underworld at once. Tell Hades, much as it pains me to ask, you must allow Persephone to return to her mother, for the sake of the gods and the world.
Okay. I may put my own spin on it, But of course I'll go. Ciao.
Hermes! Hermes!
Okay. Cerberus, okay. You sure do give a warm, wet welcome. Where's your master and his guest?
Servant, who's there?
Your favorite nephew.
Hermes, you weren't scheduled to lead any heroes across the river Styx today. What brings you to the underworld?
Your brother, my father, sent me. Official business.
Official business? That sounds ominous. Or worse, boring. Let it wait a moment. You know Persephone, of course.
Hello, Hermes.
Persephone. I see you've taken up dominoes. What a warm and contented domestic scene. You look so very much at home in that chair, at this table, in his palace.
I keep saying that.
Oh, stop, everyone. Really, though?
Really?
Really?
So, what is this official business from Zeus?
Haven't you noticed the surge of souls crossing Styx these days, Uncle?
We have indeed.
I've heard it's because my mother won't let things grow.
Hello? The world is crumbling to pieces.
It is?
If you weren't so drunk with love, you'd be able to see the calamity.
Oh, do I detect a note of jealousy, Hermes?
Jealousy? No. Reality. Demeter has refused the direct request of Zeus himself, who has asked her to allow the seeds to sprout. And so the earth remains barren and the humans have nothing to eat. Your kingdom is going to get quite crowded very soon.
My mother has created such chaos in her anguish.
I know Demeter is suffering. But why come here, Hermes? Why not go to her?
Demeter has made her demands clear, and the king of the gods has sent me to fulfill her wishes.
This sounds messy. And for Demeter and Zeus to work out. Nothing to do with me.
But what if it has to do with me?
Of course it does. Hades, only you and Persephone can change the course of the world now. Zeus has bade me to tell you, much as it pains me to ask, you must allow Persephone to return to her mother for the sake of the gods and the world.
He couldn't come himself if it was so important.
Hades, the world is falling apart.
The world is ending.
It's time. It's time for me to go home.
But you are home.
Stay.
If Persephone does not return to Demeter's side, the seeds will remain hidden beneath the soil, and all life on earth will perish. After everyone dies, there will no longer be souls arriving on Charon's ferry. Is the end of humanity what you wish, Hades?
No, of course not. That all life on Earth could perish is overwhelming. Everything would end, perhaps even the gods. No one could want that, not even Demeter. Her loss has overwhelmed her, and it's clear that the only way to set things right is for me to let you go, Persephone.
Your grim smile shows me how hard this is for you, Hades.
Please find a warm spot in your heart for me. If you return, I will be an excellent husband for you among the deathless gods.
I know. But I long to get back to my mother, to the earth. And it is the only thing that will save the world.
I will try to understand.
Hermes, will you give us a moment alone before I leave with you?
Of course. Hades, may we take your chariot?
Please, take what you need.
I'll hitch up the horses.
I'll help. I'll help.
I really don't need your help, Cerberus. Fine. Let's go.
Persephone,
Hades, I haven't even begun to make the changes we need down here.
You mean...
I want to come back.
You do?
You sound so surprised. Well, I'm surprised too. But here, in the underworld, on my own, and even with you, I found a power I've never known before. So let me join Hermes now and...
Wait, before you leave, there is one thing that could help you return. If that is what you wish. Will you eat these?
Pomegranate seeds? Are they from the grove by the...
Yes. Do you remember what it means if you eat them?
These tiny seeds hold that much power?
Yes.
They are so delicate. Deep red, like blood. Like the flower in the meadow. That feels like 1,000,000 years ago. Okay, I know what I must do. Though it means giving up the sunlit world I love so much, I consume these seeds as a symbol of my commitment to the underworld and to the souls here.
And perhaps to the possibility that we can make a life together?
I hope we can.
I hope so too.
I am bound to this place now.
Oh, look, sir. The goddess of flowers and the god of the underworld, saying a melancholy goodbye. And to think, had she accepted my proposal, we wouldn't be in the calamitous mess that we are in. But to each her own, they say. To each her...
Okay. I'm ready.
Goodbye, Persephone.
Goodbye.
Ciao, Hades. Hold on, Persephone. We're off.
Hermes, can we hover here for a moment? Let me draw this so I won't forget.
Of course. Horses! Whoa!
I can just make out the glittering curve of the river Styx. There's Mnemosyne and Lethe. And that field of asphodels. It all looks so different to me now.
You sound wistful.
And confused.
You're not the same goddess you were when you last saw your mother. And the changes are going to be hard for both of you.
I am not looking forward to telling her that I won't be around for long. How am I gonna do that?
Try speaking the truth. From your heart.
You'll stay while I tell her, right?
Absolutely not. I will be as far away from that conversation as this chariot can take me.
Fine. I'm going to have to stand up for myself sometime. Might as well be today. I know she's going to be heartbroken. And I might be too. But there are important changes I can make down here. She'll have to understand.
That will take time. But she can't fail to see that you are ablaze with purpose and intention, Persephone.
I never imagined I'd find my power in the darkness. But I can feel it now, and I can use it for good.
Well, look at you. Hades has met his match. Can I share a bit of advice from someone who can traverse between the worlds?
Please.
You will always be Persephone, but you contain multitudes. On earth you'll give the flowers their colors again, yet many there will see you forever as poor Persephone, the goddess who was taken against her will. In the underworld, though, you'll be revered as Persephone, the queen.
What have I gotten myself into?
You have a tricky path ahead, Persephone. But this path will allow you to embrace all the aspects of yourself. Not everyone gets that chance.
That's true.
Are you ready to live in both worlds?
I am.
Good. because you're almost home.
Live from Mount Olympus is produced by the Onassis Foundation. Our executive producer is Karen Brooks Hopkins. Julie Burstein is our series creator and showrunner. Live from Mount Olympus is co-produced by Brooklyn-based theater company, The Team. Our directors are Rachel Chavkin and Keenan Tyler Oliphant. And our actors are Kayla Bennett, Eric Berryman.
Everything would end, perhaps even the gods. No one could want that.
Vinie Burrows, Jalea Casey, Divine Garland, Mary Harris, Joanne Hernandez.
I haven't even begun to make the changes we need down here. I want to come back.
Modesto Flako Jimenez, Anna Kendrick, Libby King.
Do you have a backup plan, Father?
Ian Lassiter.
Have you tried speaking very loudly?
Zhailon Levingston. Christina Liberus.
No creatures are being born. The woods are so quiet.
Nehemiah Luckett.
No one has the energy to sing or dance anymore.
Kimberly Marable. Jake Margolin. James Harrison Monaco.
Soldiers are dropping their swords on the battlefield to scavenge for whatever they can find. They're starving.
Isabella Rossellini.
Zeus, you know there is never a way to return to what was.
Kristen Sieh. Nidra Sulater.
Cupid shoots his arrows, but mortals are too hungry to fall in love.
Irene Tuakora. Ching Valdez Aran. And Andre DeShields is Hermes.
I can sell water to Poseidon.
Special thanks to Calvin Samuel Blanch, Elliot Byler, Sam Chavricks, Adrian Hopkins, Caroline Hopkins, and Natalie Hopkins. The team's producing director is Alexandra Lalonde, and producing manager is Laura Elliott. We had casting support from Melissa Friedman of Epic Theater Ensemble. Our writer is Nathan Youngerberg. Audio production and mix by John Malillo. Tessa Zitter is our assistant producer, and Yonatan Reckham is assistant editor. Live from Mount Olympus, music was composed by Magdalene Giannikou and performed by Banda Magda. Jason Adam Katzenstein created our illustrations and is series humor consultant. A big thank you to our creative advisors, Dr. Crystal Bob Simple, Dr. Michael Cohen, Dr. Simon Critchley, Effie Tsiotsu, and Dr. Kate Burney. Special thanks to Richard Nodell and Dr. Janet Burstein. Michael Kendrick is Program Director for Onassis USA. Marketing and Social Media Management by Karina Grudnikoff and Caroline English. Press by Blake Zadell. Graphic design by Onassis Creative Studio. Since 1975, the Onassis Foundation has been dedicated to culture, community, and education with projects that can effectively inspire social change and justice across borders. Learn more at www.onassis.org. Live from Mount Olympus is a proud member of Tracks from PRX. Until next time, there's so many stories to tell.
This is Tracks from PRX.
Support for Tracks comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Onassis Foundation.
Did you know that kids eat 1,095 meals every year?
And if you include snacks, it's more like 4 trillion meals a year.
Honestly, the responsibility kind of sucks sometimes. But we're here with some real help and camaraderie too.
We're Stacy and Megan, hosts of Didn't I Just Feed You, a weekly podcast that gets real about what it takes to feed our families.
Tune in to Didn't I Just Feed You for kitchen tricks, product recommendations, and tons of meal ideas, like how to turn nachos into a legit family dinner. Listen to Didn't I Just Feed You wherever you get your podcasts.